East West Bookshop. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Joined by Ethan Barker. Ethan, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So yeah, last week when we were, just last week or this weekend actually, Ethan said, "Hey, I'm done with school. I'm done with." He's doing a computer science course, and he just wanted to come back and be involved with crystals again on a volunteer basis. So super happy to have him, and we have a lot of wonderful crystals to share. So we're going to take you on a little virtual tour over the next few minutes, and hopefully we learn something. You can see some of the specimens that we have for sale, and we also want to let you know that the date right now is September 18th will be the next outdoor crystal show that we do here at East West in Bothell. So that's going to be September 18th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you haven't been to one of our outdoor sales, what we do is we set up a bunch of canopies so the sun and whatever weather that there is doesn't affect the experience. And we have a lot of tables with flats of crystals of all different shapes, sizes, prices. And we just try to help people connect to what they need. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. What's the first thing we want to look at, Ethan?
Well, this one's right in front of you. Let's take a look at this big citrine. That's what's fun to you.
Yeah, we have a little. We'll put some captioning on here. Oh, it's right there, just so for you visual learners. But this is a big cluster of citrine. Promotes positivity and flow of energy. And what I've heard from some crystal healers, I'm not a crystal healer, so I can't attest, but they say that citrine along with selenite are two stones that don't seem to need to be cleared. And I think I can even zoom here a little bit, and you can see a little bit better some of the detail here. How's that? Beautiful piece. This one is priced at $225. So a great piece for the home.
And of course, what we're showing today is just a few of our selected pieces, so you never have to feel priced out. We have smaller citrines. We have mid-sized citrines.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we have. Let me zoom back out again. We're here in the room where we've got our cases. You can see behind us. Oh, thanks, Ethan. We've got our display cases here, just filled with little stones, and then we also. I can just take this webcam around, and we've got a bunch of tumble dishes where you can browse. They've all got labels. We have a great lady named Rainey who comes in, and she makes sure everything gets labeled. So anyway, that's what we're pulling from. Let me put this back.
We also have tumbled citrines, which are
Yeah,
small.
Yeah. Here's a dish of tumbled citrines. So I guess with these ones, they would have been in a larger display like formation, like the one that we showed, and if they don't come off properly.
This is another citrine we have. It's called a.
No, that's a calcite. That's a honey calcite. Oh, yeah, it says calcite on it.
Oh, it does say calcite on it. Oh my gosh,
man, you tripping? So yeah, this is one of the pieces of citrine that Ethan pulled out. It's always tricky getting the zoom here, but let's see if we can trick it to. Sometimes I have to put my finger in. And then there we go. So you can see some of the detail there. This would have come from a very big formation, probably like a geode formation with lots of these different points in it. So yeah, this is a $60 point, big chunk of citrine. Next up,
it's a piece of flower agate. Called such because you can see it almost looks like there's different flowers blooming.
Let's see if I can do a little zoom here. Zoomaroony.
Almost looks like there's flowers blooming in the agate.
Oh yeah, almost like a fossil or something.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of translucence to it. If you flip it around, Ethan, on this side, people can see some of that milky translucence. It's a big chunk of agate, really, if you think about it. A lot of times you'll find agate pieces are, you know, little things people find on a beach or something. How much is that one?
42.
All right. Flower agate promotes, eliminate self-doubt, increase self-esteem, and motivation.
And it's gray with a little bit of pink in the flowering.
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah, and then there's some golden coloration on the top there. Oh yeah, you can see that. Cool. What's next?
Let's look at this. I guess we were calling this water quartz.
Yeah, we got this water quartz from a local collection, actually. There was a man named Hugh Martin, and he had a collection that he was building over many decades. And he also taught classes on using crystals and astrology, and his collection got passed down to his two children, who contacted us and said, hey, you might be interested in selling some of these pieces. And sure enough, pieces like this water quartz are just really unusually clear quartz. We had a bunch of this at our last sale, and it's sold so fast. I mean, look at that. It's like glass. In fact, there was some piece that's sharp enough that you could get cut on it. There you go. That's a great picture of it right there. Yeah. So if you're looking for a big chunk of quartz, got these nice water quartzes here.
Quartz generally used to amplify specific energies, oftentimes used with other crystals to amplify the effects of other crystals. We have plenty of quartz points like this one, also longer, different shapes.
Hold it closer.
Some of my quartz is one of my favorite. It's the most common, one of the most common stones, but definitely not to be underrated just because it's common. Definitely beautiful. Everyone's different. This one has some brown inclusions. Not sure what that would be, what mineral that would be. Yeah, there's all sorts of different quartz varieties. Even on the clear quartz, of course, many stones like amethyst or citrine count as quartz.
There we go.
But even in clear quartz, there's a bunch of different types. Here is another one that we have. This one has 2 points coming together.
Oh, a twin crystal.
And it may even be a Lemurian. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
Lemurian referring to the stripes on the sides, the striations, as you might say. So that one's a really cool specimen.
Let's get the focus. It's trying to find my face, so pardon me while I try to get the focus on the crystal. If I can get it to focus on my finger, then sometimes I can get. There we go. There it is. You can see these 2 points are growing together. They're meeting in the middle. Look, yeah.
Quartz, to me, all the different structures you can find in quartz is really exemplifies one of the great fascinations for me of stones, is that Mother Earth just naturally formed itself into these very organized shapes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, next we have a rose quartz sphere. We have a bunch of rose quartz and a bunch of spheres of different types. Rose quartz, a stone for the heart and love and healing.
This one has some interesting golden colors on it. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, there we are.
And this one's quite pink. It looks a little white in the camera, but it's quite pink.
It's a really nice. It's grade A for sure. Yeah, it's a little bit bright in here. I wonder if it would help to turn that off for a second. Oh, that does it does bring out more of the pink when you do that. Yeah. Yeah, so this one's 50. And the spheres are nice. Quartz naturally grows in these points. Especially, clear quartz grows in these points. But let me back out this. But when you find one that's been shaped into a sphere, unlike a point, which is directing energy, a sphere can be used basically to just like radiate energy equally. So I recommend using a sphere if you're meditating, and you could put it, relax it on your lap in your palms, and you can get the energy that way. You could also place it, on your belly or some place on your body where it won't roll away. Yeah, spheres are really great. Rose quartz. The qualities are unconditional love, infinite peace, heart chakra. It works with the heart chakra, emotional support, and attracting love.
All right. Next, let's take a look at a couple of our amphibole quartz pieces. These are a little bit smaller, and they're basically clear quartz, but with a bunch of stuff going on inside of it. It's really hard. It's a little bit hard to see on the camera exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Back it up.
Oh. Yeah, it takes a little time,
but
if you hold it steady.
They definitely are transparent with different minerals such as hematite and iron, among others, inside of them.
Look at that. Yeah, so it's a quartz, but it's just completely included. You can see here, this is where it would have been chipped off from. And, there are parts where you're looking into it, and you can see that clear glassy quartz, but it's just filled up with all of these striations, colors. Really cool. So what is that amphibole quartz for? Let's read it off. Believed to strongly influence the third chakra and crown chakras.
Third eye and crown chakras.
Third eye and crown chakras. Connecting to angelic realms and receiving ancestral guidance.
Here's another one that you can really see how clear it is.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just a clear piece of quartz, but they have lots of stuff going on inside of it.
Let me hold it. It's a little steadier. I'm going to steady my arm on it. Thanks for bearing with us while things are coming into focus here. There we go. Cool. All right, let's move on.
Let's do, I guess, opal's right there. Here's a piece of boulder opal.
Oh, let me put it on the screen here.
Boulder referring to the fact that it's in a boulder, not necessarily from Boulder, Colorado. A lot of stones are named from the places they're from. So, you want to hold it?
Sure. Yeah, so you can see the opal on top there.
Opal, a really fascinating stone, one that I've been particularly interested in myself recently. Definitely an argument for being one of the most colorful stones. Every piece of opal you'll find, as with all the stones, is true. They're all different, but opal, you have to really look at it to see what you're getting, because there's all sorts of colors and patterns.
So boulder opal calms the inner soul by recognizing the interplay of emotional elements as seen by its refracting colors. So it really is kind of a rainbow-like. This one, I'm just looking at it. You can see some bright greens and blues, purples, and it has that iridescent quality to it where it just shimmers. Yeah, really neat.
We also have some tumbled opals, which are a little harder to come by. and the tumbled size, I think. Maybe not, but anyways, we have them and they're cool.
Maybe turn the light back on for these ones. I don't know if that even helps or not, but come on, focus. I think it must have some sort of smart thing to focus on a face rather than on a crystal, because it seems pretty set on focusing on my face.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can fix that. Cool. Thanks, Ethan. What do we got next?
Blue amber looks like it's right above. So this is pretty unusual. Amber.
Let's put it down here.
Oh, okay.
See if I can improve the. Doesn't improve the light, but it does improve the focus a little bit, I think.
Amber, usually this kind of tan, orange, brownish, maybe a little bit red color. These ones are blue amber, so they definitely still have the regular brown tan color, but if you put them in the right light, and this one I think was the best example of that, you can see this green or blue hue to it.
Yeah, this blue amber is really neat.
And this is for giving joy to life, and alleviating fear, and helping with creativity. Blueness maybe not coming up too much in the camera, but just trust us that it's got a blue hue to it if you look at it in real life.
Interesting. Beauteous. Okay, what else do we have?
Well, let's go to amethyst. We have tons and tons of amethyst. These ones are a little bit more noteworthy because of the formation. Usually it'll be like a geode where you crack it open and the inside of the stone will be where the points are. These ones are actually on the outside of the crystal. So you can see the inside of the stone. It's got some really interesting flaky business going on in there. And the outside is where all the amethyst is.
Yeah, that's very rare. I haven't seen that come through East West, and I've been working here for like 8 years now. And it's a very dark purple, isn't it, Ethan?
Yeah.
That's also not showing, but it's like a deep grape, almost like a
very way you can tell. Less light refraction.
Grape-colored Jolly Rancher. That's what comes to mind. For those of you who remember.
Amethyst is one of the most popular stones with people.
Yep, so amethyst, a natural tranquilizer, relieves stress and pain, soothes irritability. Great meditation stone.
And we also have the pink amethyst, which, as you can see, is in that normal geode form where there's a stone, you crack it open, and inside is the amethyst.
Oh, neat. Pink. Clarity of mind, emotional balance, stress relief. So this one is about, let me just back up so you can kind of get a sense of scale. It's about 2.5 inches, 3 inches in diameter. Whoop. Oh, this is Academy Award-winning camera work here, folks.
We also have other regular geodes.
Oh, wow, that's a nice one. It's druzy. So when you see tiny, tiny points like this, look at how they're like shimmering. Those are called a druzy formation. So quartz will grow on top of other things. In this case, is that like an agate geode that it's growing on? That the quartz is growing on? It looks like it. So quartz will do that on agate. It'll like colonize a form of agate and put its druzy points all over it.
So agate is this. Well, I guess it's this whole stone is an agate, but you can see it most clearly.
There's quartz growing on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, and we had a really, really neat. If you look at some of our old videos, look at the sparkles. Oh, Liberace would love this. We had a really large blue lace agate piece, and on top of it was this druzy quartz growing on formation growing on the surface. And so I think it has a tendency to like that blend with agates.
I'm often buying geodes and agates because they're just quite cheap. And I mean, if you think about how thrilling it would be to find a stone just out on the mountain and crack it, and you find this inside, I think that would be a real thrill.
Yeah,
but this piece itself is, I think, less than $10.
Nice. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm looking at that smoky celestial.
Yeah, we got a lot of big. We actually have quite a few sizable smoky celestials, or celestials in general. This one is a definite two-hander.
Yeah, that's amazing. So celestial, that's actually a great spot there, Ethan. And you can see there's a really neat rainbow here. Let me see if we can get a look at that on the camera. Oh, there it is, right there. See that rainbow?
And there's rainbows throughout this whole thing. You just have to get at the right angles.
So the way that you can tell when something is an celestial quartz, if you're not familiar with them, is that they've got basically these partial terminations growing laterally along the surface of the stone. And this one has, a big cluster here. And then the actual main crystal itself has several different terminations at the top. So that is just an extremely neat piece. Turn it over, Ethan. Let's see what the back looks like. An excellent tool for meditation and accessing information or guidance. So this clear quartz part is like the matrix that this, and then take your hands off of that part and we can see that this smoky came off of. And it gets really dark in the heart of it. So smoky quartz itself, I can pull that up on the screen, or I can. Well, our next one we're going to show you guys a smoky phantom quartz that we have that's just really ridiculous. But smoky quartz disperses fear, lifts depression and negativity, and it's a grounding stone. So there are some grounding stones like black tourmaline and obsidian, which can actually be too heavy for some people who struggle with like having high energy and being motivated. But smoky quartz is a really gentle, longer rhythm type of grounding force. And I heard somebody say in one of the crystal books, you could think of it as like a companion on your spiritual journey, like a longtime friend to help you with that progress. Where is that? Do you have that smoky phantom? Oh, awesome. Let there be light. Let's see if we can show you these phantoms in
yeah, you can see it.
You can see it. Oh, there it is. So the phantom is when you can see the growth. Do you see those multiple points, that chevroning? You can see the growth over time of the smoky quartz, and it's kind of, each stage of its progression is inside. Oh, feel free to leave a comment in the chat. We can actually see this, see the chat real time wherever you're looking on, if it's YouTube or Facebook. And we'd be happy to hear from you and show you anything. If you have a question about one of the stones, or if we have something in stock, we'll be sure to answer that as quickly as possible.
And we've got quite a few smoky quartz points like this one of different sizes. Again, almost everything we have in different sizes.
Yeah, you can see the size of it compared to Ethan's head.
It's bigger than my hand, or about the size of my hand.
Maybe a 6-inch smoky point, $72.
Really interesting point. Lots of times, smoky quartz, you can't really, or the smokiness is like even all the way through. They're just solid black or gray or whatever. This one you can see there's like, it's like smoke inside of it. It's uneven.
I like
it's
that.
more clear in certain parts.
Super cool.
Yeah, a very nice piece.
Speaking of other grounding pieces, we've got some little black tourmaline specimen here. You can see those striations. It grows longitudinally, these striations going up and down. This piece has been polished on the top. Makes it really nice and attractive, that shiny color. So black tourmaline, grounding your energies to the earth. cleanses your aura, protects from negative entities, helps to diminish anger and unworthiness. And this one to me looks a lot like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The what do they call? What's that formation in Wyoming? Devil's Tower, I think it is. Really cool, formidable little guy. And another one, Shungite, another grounding piece, named after the Shunga River in Eastern Europe. This is a pyramid cut of the stone, and that's makes it a really nice piece. People, well, I can read it off to you. It facilitates astral travel, defends against EMFs, which are electromagnetic frequencies, or psychic attack, and creates an energetic shield around the body. So this is one like put it on your Wi-Fi router. You know, if you have your phone, if you have to have your phone on at night, you know, put it on top of your iPhone, put it by your bedside, something like that. The pyramid structure is a really high vibrational structure, and it increases the grounding of it. The pyramid is the strongest, has the most structural integrity of any geometric shape. And so, I mean, that just is, if you hold it in your hand, you can feel it. It's a super grounding force.
Scientific community likes to stay away from the metaphysical properties of stones, but the EMF blocker property of shungite is scientifically proven.
It's amazing.
As well as a lot of stones have EMF blocking abilities, such as tourmaline or hematite, but shungite really is.
I don't think we looked at this very, very clear quartz piece. This one might have been from our Diamantina mine collection that we bought up.
Does that count as a Lemurian? I don't really know.
I don't think from the price it's 68. It's not a Lemurian seed crystal, but I mean, I might be wrong on this. Again, we don't say that we're crystal healers or gem paths or whatever the terminology, but one thing I'd heard is that the Lemurian seed crystals are usually found buried, you know, rather than mined, that they were placed there to be found by future generations. So,
however, we do have Lemurians.
Yeah, here's a nice piece.
They tend to be longer and pointy.
And they almost always have these patterns that grow on their surface. Or maybe you could hold it up and I could do the camera steady.
The pattern being the lines all along the ridges or the sides.
Horizontally going on the faces. Yeah. So the Lemurian crystals, I have a little right up here. I'll put it on the screen. The Lemurian seed crystal quartz point. They're a crystal tool meant specifically for the energy healer, energy worker, and to retrieve hidden information. I have a friend who told me she had bought one of these a couple months ago when we first brought these in, and she was able to recognize while she was meditating with them some past life connections that she'd had that just kind of came spontaneously to her. So definitely very powerful. And she then told me, I mean, it was strong enough for her, the experience and knowing that it was connected to the Lemurian seed crystal, that she said, I just wanted you to know, like, these are the real deal. So that was a cool story. What else do we have?
Did we do the Larimar yet?
Let's do some Larimar.
Larimar is a really cool stone. It looks like the bottom of a really clear ocean, like maybe in Hawaii, where it just looks like you can see the light and waves on the sand at the bottom of the ocean.
Can you move it a little closer, Ethan? Maybe that can help it catch the focus. Okay, now a little back. There we go. Oh. Maybe I'll just move in. There. That's pretty good. I do think it's actually seeing the back still, the background.
This side almost looks a little bit like a tie-dye.
Yeah, it does look like tie-dye. Lemurian or Larimar Dolphin Stone, only found in Dominican Republic. Divine feminine connection, connecting with the sea. Great stone for mothers or soon to be mothers, or people trying to connect with the mother energy.
While we're on these smaller stones, we have a few, like this one, a banded agate.
Oh, there we go. Bingo.
From Botswana. Really cool. They're all different. There's transparent, and you can see the actual bands in them. Really interesting to me.
I'm going to switch to just regular Brio. See if we can. Bear with us, folks. Cool, we're back. Maybe let's take a. Why don't you bring this over and we'll take a journey to our giants?
Yeah, one second. Just one more small.
Oh, you got
stone.
one more. Okay.
This is
cataclysite.
Cataclysite.
Cataclysm is the root there.
Formed from the impact of a big impact of like an asteroid or something. And it's great for stimulating the third eye.
Yep, that's a new one for us. We just got that cataclysite in from our good friend Deidre. I think just a couple months ago. We still have some of these awesome tumble pieces. How much are they? Like 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
They're kind of like a little bit like marble looking. They're white with black things going through them.
They're like kind of cut like dominoes. Okay, we got 2 people. Hey, 2 people. Quick, Ethan, before they leave, let's go show them the giant crystals that we just got.
Okay. So this one is a big smoky celestial. It's about 2.5 feet long, about 25 pounds, you might say.
It's a 28-pound crystal. You can see my hands here. Over here, if you can point to it, Ethan, there is blue tourmaline inclusions all throughout it, but it's a celestial, and it's got two separate smoky pieces growing together as one, just fused together. And then up on top, let's go to the cathedral quartz.
You want to zoom in on that part?
Oh, I closed the Zoom program. But over here, we've got a cathedral quartz, and that is when you have a quartz that's completely celestialized all around it. So all up and down the face of it here, you can see celestial formations. This one is a 35-pound quartz point, super high energy. We were thrilled to be able to sell this here. So you have to come and check it out. I mean, just to experience the energy of these pieces. They're really special. These also came from our friends, Frank and Heather Martin from the late Hugh Martin's collection. Lots of rainbows all throughout it. If you go down, Ethan, we've got a really neat golden smoky celestial. And hopefully you can see with, I mean, I know from the angle that I'm at, it's just perfect. Let me hold this and you can tell me what it looks like. And tell me if it's good or not.
A little too much light glare on it.
Okay, let's try. It's a solid piece of quartz. I mean, sometimes you'll have these quartz pieces. You'll have them be on another type of matrix, but look at this. The whole thing is a solid piece of smoky golden celestial quartz. The golden it has this garnet-like color that just forms through it. Really special. The whole thing is celestial formation on the front. And does it have the write-up here? Can you put up the write-up for celestial quartz again? Because we had that other big piece with the rainbows, and this is just a special one too. I can't believe we still have this one.
We have quite a few of the celestials. So, yeah,
they're so cool. So you can see that on the screen. We do with smoky celestials. Beautiful piece. What's the price on this one? think it was like around 250 or so. Cool. And again, if you're joining us, Ethan, can you flip over to the chat, see if we have anybody in the chat there? Feel free to leave a chat. Just say hi, ask a question, ask if we have something. We ship. We can definitely ship something to you.
Should note that we have peridot,
Ooh,
which is the birthstone of the month.
nice.
It's this kind of lime green color.
Little $3 gemstones here.
They're quite nice, actually.
Yeah, that's a nice one you just picked up.
Very transparent.
Okay, well, Ethan, I think right now what we can just do is we'll just try to do a slow motion aerial view. Ethan, maybe you just look at the screen and comment on some of the pieces. These are, I can too. These are some super great dark smoky quartz pieces from New Mexico that we got in last month. Some really nice bargain priced optical calcite pieces.
Clear
The large-
calcite, huh?
Super clear. $12. Like the biggest one is $12 there. But we have some of them that are like 25 or so. And we've got some orange calcite, lots more aquamarine.
And those are raw aquamarine. Pretty.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
Very rough, but large. Some selenite pieces.
Great for cleansing.
Lots of that still in stock. Just taking a slow-mo tour here over tumbles. There's that bowl of cataclysite. We've got some shungite jumbo pieces, animal totems, Apache tears, which are really, really sweet stones. Some really nice morganite. Almost like rose quartz, but it's super high energy, way more intense than the rose quartz. We got to get the light back on now. We got pink amethyst tumbles. I know if you saw the earlier in the video, if you're watching the replay, we've got these pink amethyst jumbos, jumbo tumbles. So just come on by. We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 3. We got some beautiful Mangano calcite pieces, sulfur quartzes.
Mangano calcite for the heart trapped in the past.
That's right. Let's get present. These are unusual ones. Scheelite.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. I believe that is for balancing yin and yang, or female and male energies.
Beautiful. Just come in 11 to 3 Wednesday through Saturday, and you can handle the stones. Take a look at these malachite.
Yes, should say some of our larger pieces, like the ones we just showed, are museum size. You know, something you would only see in a museum. They don't really get any bigger than that. But you can see them in real life.
Yep. And they got another crystal rack here with tumbles. How's it looking on there?
Looks fine. Oh, looks like what it is.
Lithium quartz pieces here. Happy stones. Yeah, love lithium quartz. For birthdays, just think we got a lot of these assorted hearts, carnelians and amethysts. So those make great gifts. Lots of rose quartz. I just made sure to buy that up because that's what people need. We need that heart connection, especially when so much is happening online and not in person. Celestite tumbles. That's super uncommon for us to have celestite as a tumble. Can you see it okay, Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's really neat. Angel aura quartz.
Celestite, a blue stone for getting in touch with your guides.
These are awesome, gemmy aventurine pieces. They're like candy. Love that. Really, really shiny hematite pieces.
Looks a little blue in the camera, but it is green.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Kelly green here. Can you see these hematites?
Yeah.
They're like mirror finish hematites. They're so nice. So deeply polished. And then we still have like these 4 big display cases.
Lots of other things
To look through. I mean,
Petersite, really interesting one.
there's another smoky celestial hematite citrine twin stone. with a water bubble. That's a crazy one. Oh, here's that blue lace. It's still here. There's the blue lace agate with the druzy on top. That's going to go soon. So again, we're doing this show. The next one up is going to be September 18th. It's going to be an outdoor sale, one day only. September 18th, Saturday, 11 to 3. Here at Bothell.
A little box of watermelon tourmaline. Super nice stone to have.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
At least at a good price.
These are pricey because they're just really. I mean, somebody could take these and make jewelry out of them for sure.
And they really aren't that pricey for how watermelon tourmaline
for
goes.
what they are. Yeah, moldavites, rubellite tourmaline.
Moldavite, some people swear by moldavite as the only stone you need because it's the most powerful. It is formed from the melted impact of a meteor, mostly in Croatia, but there are other sites that they're discovering.
Nice. Shattuckite, which is a really beautiful malachite, chrysocolla type formation. We got more ambers, more of the flower agates. Really rare yellow danburite. Still have a lot of that.
Quartz in all sorts of formations.
This is raw cavensite. That's how it grows. Sometimes you'll see them polished, but these are those blue ones are the cavensites. And really great quartz shelf here, clear quartz shelf. It's a little overexposed. Lots of Larimars over here. Lots of spirit quartz amethysts over here. Yeah, and that's just what we can reach right now. So we're going to return the webcam to its home and hope to see you guys soon. You don't have to wait until September. All this stuff, we just do when we do these sales, we do these crystal shows outside. We basically, it's like a good excuse for us to go and get more crystals. And then we put up the canopies and have everybody meet outside. But everything that we're showing you here is in our room here at the Blue Lotus Temple in Bothell. So in Bothell, Washington. So if there's anything that you saw in the video that you might be interested in, just send us an email at hello@eastwestbookshop.com. And if you're in the United States, we can ship it to you pretty easily. Otherwise, Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 3 p.m., you can come in here at the Blue Lotus Temple. We're closed this Saturday. There's actually a wedding happening here. 2 former East-West staff members are getting married, Stan and Aditi. But yeah, everything that we've showed here is available, and you can browse to your heart's delight. And anything else that we were going to share, just come on by. Lots to see. Okay, right at the end of the video, 5 people show up. Thank you. There's a lot to see. You can watch the replay. It'll be posted on YouTube and Facebook. And leave a chat. We'll monitor the chats, especially on Facebook, because we're on there every day. And looking forward to hearing your guys' thoughts. Peace.